granniopteryx, she knows the truth, she's linking every link.
In my first video about the Nowak travesty, I showed you a picture of my imagination of what the police watchdog would be like. It turns out I was right. Here we have a headline in the Daily Telegraph. I'm not showing you the rest of the page because it contains an image that I don't want to look at again. Officers in Nowak arrest did nothing wrong, police watchdog claims. Well, what did you expect? I assume that by nothing wrong, the policeman putting the handcuffs on a dying man put them on perfectly correctly, so he did nothing wrong. He read him his rights. What's wrong with that? That is required. He was responding to a brown man saying there was a racial incident. So there's nothing wrong with that as well. There's also nothing wrong with handcuffing somebody who is offering no resistance, because after all, if somebody makes a few racial epithets at somebody who's brown, handcuffs are the only answer, aren't they? There's nothing wrong with that. And of course, what is wrong is when people start to get angry about it. And our Prime Minister did nothing wrong by making this speech in the House of Commons.
But no matter the pain we feel, there is no justification for more violence and disorder. The attacks directed towards police officers in Southampton last night were disgraceful and completely unacceptable. This is a time for serious work, not rage. Let me be clear. We will ensure anyone found engaging in disorder meets the full force of the law, as we have done before.
The full force of the law. How he loves that phrase. And of course, there's nothing wrong in that. Let's just go through that.
No matter the pain we feel.
Well, the pain we feel. Yeah, he probably does feel pain. A load of white oiks are getting uppity again. Probably that gives him a terrible migraine.
There is no justification for more violence and disorder.
Well, actually, there is. There is plenty of justification. I'm not saying it should be done, but you can understand that people are going to get angry when the police, remember, the police are, in this country, at any rate, supposed to be policing by consent. That is, they are dealing with people who are breaking the law or making life difficult for law-abiding people. They are doing that with our consent. Well, it doesn't look like the police have our consent right now, does it? So this is not policing by consent anymore. Would anyone consent to somebody being put in handcuffs for insulting somebody racially? I mean, if somebody is accused of being insulting, is that a reason to put them in handcuffs? Does anybody consent to that? And that's entirely outside the situation I'm talking about with Henry Nowak, poor fellow. And listen to how his supporters cheer him on.
The attacks directed towards police officers in Southampton last night were disgraceful and completely unacceptable.
No, they were understandable. They weren't disgraceful either. They might be unacceptable. I don't know. I wasn't there. They might have gone over the edge. They might not be correct, but they are certainly not disgraceful, and they are certainly very understandable. And he appears to be, it's just like the Southport thing, isn't it? He has absolutely no understanding of the people. He is just going through, well, the same thing as the police watchdog went through. They say the police did nothing wrong. That is, making racial insults to somebody should get priority from the police. They should put such a miscreant into handcuffs, and they should read him his rights for insulting somebody racially. That's the way this government has set it up, and that's the way the police acted. So, and that's the way Keir Starmer is reacting to it.
This is a time for serious work, not rage.
No, it's a time for rage. Now, I'm not saying it's a time for rage to be directed against any individual, but yes, it's a time for rage. The law is wrong. The laws are wrong. The police are wrong. And saying that is the law does not make it right. All those Nuremberg laws in Germany, they were the law too. Were they right? No. Well, the laws that are going on here, they're not right either. They may be the law, but they're not right. And if the government doesn't see that, then that's a time for rage. It is. I'm very angry. And nobody can tell me, nobody has the right to tell me I have no right to be furious about this.
Let me be clear.
Oh, you're always clear.
We will ensure anyone found engaging in disorder meets the full force of the law.
Right. So that's it. Again, the headmaster who's discovered that illicit activity is going on in the bike sheds. I cannot understand how anyone can be so abysmally stupid. I think it's actually possible that I am more angry at the stupidity of what's going on here than I am at the actual situation. How can any human being be so boneheaded and be in that sort of a position? And look, all these intelligent people around him, well, obviously they're not. They are cheering him on. There's a whole bank of Labour MPs sitting behind this creature here who scarcely qualifies to be called a man at this stage. And they are towing the line. They are cheering him on. They're going, yeah, like that. How do they sleep at night? Okay, till next time. You can help my channel by subscribing and clicking the notification bell. That's quite important. And by sharing if you're so inclined. Links to my other channels and to donation methods are in the description. But the best way you can help is simply by clicking like and notify. Thank you.